Call of Duty Black Ops is the first installment in the series made after the Great Infinity Ward exodus, where the two heads of the company were fired and just about everyone else left. This installment will set the bar for all of the games from here on out. So is Black Ops the next step forward or a stumble backwards for the series? Story. You play as Alex Mason, a man who is strapped into an electric chair and being yelled at by a guy with way too many TVs.
Yes.
Jigsaw here insists that you're privy to information on what a sequence of numbers means, and will stop at nothing to extract said information from you.
Don't know anything about any numbers.
This is the setting and transitional element for the entire campaign mode.
Roman, right?
Black Ops missions take place around the world, following the story of what happened to Mason and uncovering the deadly truth about the numbers. Each mission divulges more about Mason's history, but the transitions between level segments and the different levels are very rough. The moment you're immersed in what's happening, the game cuts to a low-budget video of Mason being yelled at by the interrogator. Many of these interrogation scenes are comprised of identical video clips. He'll usually repeat the same thing he said in the intro, or state something obvious that just happened in the level. The fact that these don't add anything to the story and are cheaply made just makes them look lazy. Because of this, the story's presentation is anything but smooth. It's like if we were to cut to me yelling at Bob about what score we're going to give this game in the middle of the review.
What score are you gonna give Black Ops?
I don't know, I didn't finish the review yet.
Why didn't you finish the review, Bob?
I'm stuck in this chair!
Why are you stuck in the chair?
You did finish the chair! You did it, Dad!
Yes, I did. Now what are you gonna give Black Ops?
I don't know yet!
Tell me!
I can't tell you, it's not done yet!
I'm Batman!
You're what?
I'm Batman! Say I'm sorry, Batman!
Ultimately, the jarring presentation and the obvious plot twist makes Black Ops' story very incapable of gripping its audience. Gameplay. Black Ops features 4 game modes. Campaign, which unlike World at War has no co-op, multiplayer, zombies, and a hidden top-down shooter named Dead Ops Arcade. It also features Zork, a text-based adventure PC game from the times of yore, but the keyboard interface found here makes playing it excruciatingly laborious. Multiplayer is the standard fare, featuring leveling up the experience gained by achieving objectives and killing dudes. But there are some changes. The major addition to Black Ops is a currency system wherein you spend the money you earn to buy all of your guns and equipment and upgrades and stuff, on top of unlocking them via levels. This limits how many different guns and setups you can use once you get to a level where something's unlocked, and also provides less motivation to achieve specific goals like get 25 headshots or kills with a specific gun. There are also numerous superficial customization options which are fairly nifty but ultimately don't affect gameplay. An added mode is Wager Match, where you can stake your COD dollars on your ability to place in the top 3. Actually achieving this will bestow you with fat loots, but if you place 4th, you lose it all. There are multiple different versions of the Wager Match mode that you can try, but detailing them would take too much time. Wager Match is great for getting money, but nets you no experience, so it feels counterproductive. A few items from Modern Warfare 2, such as riot shields, have been removed to help balance the game more, but by removing these items and putting nothing new in their place, it makes the multiplayer a more shallow experience. Also, the RC cars are so cheap it makes me want to punch a baby. Yeah, I said it. No, I don't want to do it. The COD makes me want to do it. Moving on to zombies. This mode is very similar to the mode in World at War. You and up to 3 allies have to fight off wave after wave of zombies and other unholy creatures. You get points for killing enemies and rebuilding walls, and you can use these points to buy and upgrade weapons, and also open up new areas. This mode is pure unadulterated fun, and might arguably be the best part of this game. The top-down shooter is a Smash TV clone. It has all the same power-ups and basic mechanics from that game. You travel from room to room, blasting away all of the enemies and collecting cash and power-ups, such as Spread Shot, Force Field, and Multi-Man, which, in Call of Duty, is a chicken, for some reason. The only thing missing in Dead Ops Arcade is the game show aesthetic, which provided context for hilariously cheesy voice clips. Then again, that'd feel really out of place in Call of Duty. Visuals. Black Ops runs on a slightly upgraded version of the World at War engine, which itself is a slightly upgraded version of the Call of Duty 4 engine. This game's engine has been upgraded over World at War according to Activision to support a number of new features. One of the features supposedly added for Black Ops is texture streaming. Despite them saying this, the levels in the campaign mode are interrupted by videos every time they move to a new area with different textures. Because of these two elements always being coupled together, it's fairly obvious they're using the videos to load in new textures and assets, much like God of War 3 does. Modern Warfare 2 featured legitimate texture streaming, which allowed them to have extremely long levels that built up epically. The way that Black Ops covers up loading textures instead of a proper seamless system like Modern Warfare 2's makes it feel like you're playing multiple levels that have been crudely sewn together instead of one really long epic level. The graphics in Black Ops also lack polish and quality compared to Modern Warfare 2's. The frame rate is inconsistent and fluctuates non-stop throughout the game. It never drops low enough to affect gameplay, but it's far from solid. There are also numerous visual oddities and hack jobs that show up throughout. An especially memorable one is this window that has a filter over it that feigns HDR bloom, but the door is completely lacking this filter. The famous quotes that used to show up in the past titles when you died are completely missing. There's still text when you die due to negligence, so if the text system is still in place, then why didn't they put the famous quotes in? Oh, that explains it. Another feature added to the engine for shits and gigs is the 3D stereoscopic vision. Seeing as how I don't have a 3D TV, I can't try this feature out. I feel as though I've failed you as a reviewer. If only there was a way I could play Call of Duty Black Ops on a 3D TV.
There is!
Wait, what do you mean, narrator voice guy?
You could take an all-expenses-paid trip to the Ojai Valley Inn and Spa to play Call of Duty Black Ops on a 3D TV in a controlled environment where you get free food and blowjobs and a custom-made helmet with your name on it.
Wow, that sounds amazing. How do I do it?
Do you get 1 million views a week?
No.
Do you plan on giving the game a 10 out of 10?
No.
Then fuck off!
Hey! Damn it.
Sound.
The music of the past Call of Duty titles have set the bar pretty high, with soundtracks composed by the likes of Harry Gregson Williams and Hans Zimmer. Black Ops doesn't quite live up to these expectations, though. For example, about halfway through the Hong Kong level, the soundtrack started to sound like the Zion Rave sex scene from The Matrix Reloaded. Normally I would cut to a clip of what I'm talking about, but I've spent the last 7.5 years trying to forget about that scene. Also, when you select Zombie Mode on the main menu, it starts playing Evanescence music. I've been told they were probably going for a Halloween type thing, but all I can hear is Evanescence. To compensate for the Slipshod soundtrack, Activision licensed Vietnam-era music to play over certain scenes. Though one of the instances that they did this was rather fitting, the other seemed pretty forced. I suppose, however, I should just be grateful that Activision didn't license I'm on a Boat. The voice acting in this game is mostly spot on, except for JFK. His voice actor is horrible. Why the hell they didn't get the guy from Clone High, I don't know. He needs a job.
Nothing bad ever happens to the Kennedys!
Longevity.
Longevity is always where COD wins out. You have 4 modes you can switch between whenever you're bored. Even after you finish the campaign mode, you still have 3 other modes, and Zork, and they're designed in a way that's ripe with replay value, except for Zork. I can't see the zombie mode or online multiplayer mode getting old anytime soon. However, I did play the hell out of Smash TV as a kid, so Dead Ops Arcade always disappoints me. I just keep thinking about how much better it would be with a Mutoid Man. In conclusion, Black Ops isn't as technically capable as its predecessor, which hinders the visuals and the storytelling ability of the game. The music is a step down from the Modern Warfare installments, which also doesn't help the game's ability to captivate the players. Overall, if you couldn't give less of a damn about the story, hated the balance in Modern Warfare 2's multiplayer mode, and love zombies, then this game may very well be worth the $60 to you. However, seeing as how this game is highly derivative, technically inferior, and less compelling as a story and a product than Modern Warfare 2, we here at GigaBoots.com give Call of Duty Black Ops a 7.5 out of 10.
I should have built that better!
Probably!